Hello, Jodie here with the second of my YouTube videos on using technology in the classroom. I have said these are all going to be about literacy. This one technically is a bit more music, but of course, anything where you get children working together, thinking through problems, discussing, and trying to make something together is always good for literacy as well. So this one could be a great music lesson, but it's also getting lots of those kind of debating, discussing, problem-solving skills out as well. And this one is called Isle of Tune, as in like Isle of Wight, but Isle of Tune. And this app is just really fun. There is a website version as well, which is free. I'm not sure if the app is paid for or whether that's a part of the free as well, but the website version is free. Now, I wouldn't say let children go mad on the website because there's other people's created music on there. I haven't checked it all. So far, I haven't found anything I would think was dodgy, but I haven't checked enough to say there's nothing. So I wouldn't let them go free fall through everything, but you can go into a bank of other people's created music from here and find things. Some people have recreated like the Harry Potter theme tune and things like that. It's very impressive because, and you'll see why it's impressive to make something of that standard, but it's a great way to hook children into what could be created. And then I've created a little map already, but essentially you start with a green background and you add into it. So you start with your road. So I've already added a road, you can see here, and this is all via the little apps at the bottom. So here you can pick houses, you can pick trees, you can pick lampposts, and then you put cars on the road, and you can put bridges and all sorts of things. And what happens when I click go with my road is my car, which is here, is going to follow the road, and it's going to play notes based on what I've put along the road. So it has to be stuff next to the road. So if I click go, you can hopefully hear that. So my music's not very exciting at this point, but you can hopefully hear the different sounds coming through. Just trying to get my microphone closer to the display. So I'm just going to stop that because then what I can do is I can keep adapting. So each of these elements, so I've got a house here. And if I click on that house, I can change the sound of that house. So I've just clicked on green and that's given me a dog barking instead of the notes that it had before. So I can click various different things to change the sound of the house. I can also add a delay. So when a car gets to it, it will delay it by either 1 beat or 2 beats. And then other things, you can change the volume. And then if I click on a tree, I can change the sound of that note. I don't know how well that's coming through on my microphone, but hopefully you can hear that the sound is just subtly changing to a different note. So any of them I can change, which means I can start building actually quite a varied piece of music, which is how some people have managed to add multiple roads in different sections with different cars, or multiple cars on the same road going at different times, so that they can create a whole piece of music. So it can be anything from simple music all the way up to very complicated, depending on how many roads and elements you add, and then really focusing in on each element to change it to the specific note or the sound that you need, whether that's cymbals crashing, whether that's silly noises like squeaking and dogs barking. There's glass smashing as one of them. So children have a lot of fun with this. And I've used this all the way from year 2 upwards because they really get into making their own bits of music. And of course, they don't need any actual music knowledge, but it does help them to get into the idea of what sounds good, what sounds too cluttered, what sound has bigger impact, and really thinking about that. So if you do it in pairs or in groups, they really have to think about what do we want to get out of it. But to start with, they'll just have a play and they'll just see how everything sounds, and you'll just hear lots and lots of dogs barking around the classroom while they all realise that one's an option. But it's a great way of getting some music out and getting lots of discussion going. So Isle of Tune, you can have it as an app and project it, or you can have it as a website and you can use it as a class activity. You can get kids coming up and doing changes just to see what changes in the music if we change these houses to this different colour and this different sound. So it's a great activity and a great little app to use.